Hey everyone, welcome to the TSP Community channel. My name is Kevin Showalter. We've got a big one today. We are previewing all of the top games for this upcoming weekend in both college and the NFL. We have some intense matchups, big rivalries, and some playoff implications in both leagues. If you love football, be sure to stick around, like this video, and hit that subscribe button. It would help us out a ton. Let's dive right in. All right, let's kick things off with college football. This weekend's slate of games is stacked with some exciting conference matchups that will have playoff implications. Game number one, we have Utah versus Texas Tech. This game is in Utah. If Baron Morton and crew can walk into Utah and get a win against the Utah Musts, it would be huge for their season. Utah is favored by 4.5 points, and Devin Dampier already has 8 touchdowns on the season. I think he has potential to be a Heisman finalist by the end of the year. Game number 2, we have Illinois at Indiana. Indiana is the number 19 team. Illinois is number 9. The Big Ten is looking stacked this year, and both of these teams are trying to take that next step that they are ready to win now and be a legit program, like an Oregon, like an Ohio State, like a Penn State. Also, is Illinois worthy of that top 12 ranking to start the year? This is yet another conference matchup that is going to provide some offensive fireworks. ESPN gives Indiana a 62.8% chance of winning and upset a top 10 team on their own home turf. Leave a comment with who you think wins this game below. Next up, we have game number 3. We got number 22 Auburn going into Norman, Oklahoma to play the 11th ranked Sooners. This is a great litmus test on whether they can compete with Texas and Georgia in the SEC. John Mateer has brought great life to this Oklahoma Sooner passing attack. However, 3 interceptions is not what you want to see from your starting quarterback this early in the season. I'm interested to see if the Auburn run game or the Oklahoma Sooner passing attack can prevail in this one. A hostile crowd in Norman, I just think that the Sooners will come out with the win. Does that make them a playoff contender? I'm not sure, but I think it could propel them in the right direction. All right, game number 4 in college. We have number 21, Michigan, going into Nebraska. Again, we said it earlier, the Big Ten is stacked this year. These teams, are they legit contenders this year, or are they both a year away? Both have coaches hungry to prove that they belong. Both teams have elite running backs in Justice Haynes, Emmett Johnson. Both teams have young quarterbacks looking to prove, are they worth that NIL money? Vegas has a spread at 2.5 points for Michigan, and ESPN gives Nebraska a 50.3% chance of winning. This game is truly a toss-up. I think the Michigan run game will set the tone, control the line of scrimmage, and in the end, I think they get the win. Sorry, Will Compton, but it's going to be a long plane ride home with the boys. If you like weekly breakdowns of both college and NFL games, go ahead and smash that subscribe button below. Now, let's switch gears and talk some NFL football. We have some major showdowns this week in the league as well. Let's take a look at some of the top matchups. Game 1, unfortunately, we have to wait until Monday for the best game of the week, but it is sure to not disappoint. We have a matchup between 2 legit Super Bowl contenders. Last week, the Lions and the Ravens combined for a total of 93 points. I expect more of the same from Lamar and Jared Goff this week. 52.5 points is the over-under. Highest on the week, and probably the easiest game to say it's going to go over. Go ahead and fire up any of your fantasy football players from this matchup. I promise you won't be disappointed. All right, game 2 in the NFL, we have Rams at the Eagles. This is a rematch from the divisional round last year. Snow won't be a factor in this game, but I still think the Eagles come out on top. Saquon had 7 touchdown runs last year, over 60 yards, which is crazy if you just think about that. Here's the other side. 3 of those came against the Rams. I don't think they will have an answer for the Eagles' run game yet again. ESPN gives the Eagles a 58.4% chance to winning this game. I think it's a close matchup in the link, but again, the Eagles come out on top. Game 3 in the NFL, we have the Bengals versus the Vikings. I can't wait for this. Joe Burrow, J.J. McCarthy, elite offenses. This is going to be awesome. Oh wait, injury bug has hit both of these teams already. Joe Burrow's out. J.J. McCarthy is out. We have Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning in week 3. Not quite the matchups we were looking for, but I think this game could still surprise. I'm really curious to see how Carson Wentz looks in this KOC offense. He was able to make Josh Dobbs look pretty darn good a couple years ago. I think Carson has a big week. The Bengals are a mess, and I expect Jake Browning to be running for his life against this defense. Vikings win and cover the 5.5 points. Game 4, we got Broncos at Chargers. The Chiefs might be in some trouble, but these two teams have a chance to really assert themselves in the AFC West, and this game could be that deciding factor. We have rookie running backs, RJ Harvey, Amarion Hampton. Both teams have young quarterbacks motivated to win. Both teams have elite coaches and a solid defense. So who comes out on top? ESPN gives the Chargers a 57.1% chance of winning. Vegas is giving LA 2.5 points at home. That being said, I think the Broncos are feeling salty after that loss to Indy last week, and I do think they come out with the win in this game. So there we have it. Thanks for watching. Again, if you want more weekly previews like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Drop us a comment. Let us know who you think is going to win some of these games this week.